Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. And here we can check out the story for Jimmy Butler.
And unfortunately, his defense has not been as impactful lately as it was earlier in the season, with his steal numbers on the decline over the past 5 games. Expect to see him redouble his efforts tonight and try to get back to picking pockets.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Moody in at the small forward position. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. Dimon at the 1 with Thomas at the 2. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot. Man in the middle. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Pass to Clowney. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Outside Porter. Back to Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Releases. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. When Cam Thomas has the ball, Richard, it can be a tough cover for the defense.
You watch for screens and then you have to choose. If you overplay him, he'll drive to his mid-range shot. But if you gap him, he can hit the 2-2.
To the inside. Outside for Green. Pass to Curry. Driving to the basket. That one's good from Green. And the assist from Curry.
Nobody has ever accused Draymond of playing soft. He goes right into the contact and still manages to convert the chance.
Thomas outside. First quarter of play, a minute in. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And the Warriors with possession. Pass to Green. Outside Podziemski. Now Curry. Green, a screen. Launches it. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3.
Few do it better than Curry. The range of his shooting is practically in a league of its own.
Here's Dimon. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Porter. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Curry, that's good.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Pass to Claxton. And down it goes. 2 points.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We discussed their matchup against Stephen Curry, and Coach told me we have to be active. We have to be intense. We need to deny him the ball and smother him when he does have it. We have to take away his breathing room. Well, we know what happens when you give Curry room to operate, guys. Back over to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Clowney. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Thomas. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Thomas is electric. He always makes things happen when he's on the floor.
Here's Butler. He takes it in. An easy 2 on the layup.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Dimon. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Porter's shot is off.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Curry drives in. The shot's good. Curry's got 8.
Ooh, not many can put on a show like Curry. He's having all sorts of fun out there.
We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Screen by Claxton. Clock at 6. And Claxton throws it down.
Exposing the defense and taking advantage in the paint.
Curry passes to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
With how much Draymond moves on the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
For 3, Dimon. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 4. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Claxton up top. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter here. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. The Warriors have gone a perfect 7 for 7. Porter against Curry. Green with a screen on Porter. Back to Butler. Pulls up. Misses the jumper.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
On the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. And it's Moody in at the 3. Now here's Mann. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Wolf. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
Boy, that's unfair. Curry hitting those pull-ups.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You take a look at the Warriors, sitting in 7th place right now. They'd like to climb up the standings.
Well, I think for Golden State, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
To the paint. Here's Mann. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Al Horford. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's perfect from the line this time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Payton passes to Curry. Screen by Horford. And here's Curry. And a miss there on the triple.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
To the middle. It's tipped. Horford with a steal.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Part of the 2007 draft, Al Horford continues to be such a valuable player, Richard.
One of the oldest guys in the league. Horford gives you shooting and passing in that front court. Off the floor, he's probably even more valuable as a mentor.
Here's Dimon. No made baskets yet. Left side man, outside Porter. Down low. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas comes in for man. Now here's Thomas. He's closely guarded from behind the arc. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And it's big for Thomas's confidence when he's knocking that down. Keep shooting, young man.
Screen by Horford. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Nets trail by 5. Outside Porter. Back to Thomas. This one for 3. Horford pulls it in. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy in that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Brian, back over to you.
They're all in. Allie, thank you. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jonathan Kuminga.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Taking a look at the last 10 games, here are the players who have been flat-out dominant scoring the ball and showing no signs of letting up anytime soon. Stephen Curry, number 1.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
1:15 left in the first half. He drops it from range.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
To the paint. Here's Dimon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dimon's gotten his first points of the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Curry passes to Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
Look at how effectively Green uses his body, disrupting the defense with the screen and making some room for himself.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Curry passes to Green. And stolen by Claxton. Porter with it. Now guarded by Moody. Pass to Dimon. Shoots over Curry. And it's Dimon missing. The Warriors lead by 6. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Hey, great communication on the lob.
An absolute superb facilitator because Curry is such a lights-out shooter, it opens up passing lanes for him.
And the foul called on Brandon Kajimski. That's his first foul of the game.
14.
Thomas outside. Pass to Claxton. It's intercepted.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Let's start out with a look at the recently announced Players of the Week. And the Eastern Conference winner, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected #1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Tremendous talent. Go, Cade.
Now let's get back to the game at hand. Stephen Curry has his fingerprints all over that first half.
I've had some nights in my time. Nights when you feel like everything is going in. You know what I mean, Shaq? I think Steph has that feeling all the time.
Yeah, the example he sets is a very high bar.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
The Warriors lead by 8. Dimon at the 1 with Thomas at the 2. Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
He has the fastest shot in the game of basketball. Curry's release is so quick that the D can't afford to lay off him at all.
Porter finds Thomas. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Clowney tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Green. Here's Butler. Outside, Green. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. And Thomas has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 11 for the finish. Oh, Draymond finishing himself.
Gotta reward the big man Green for running the floor. Excellent execution.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Thomas outside. Five on the clock. Shot from 12. Warriors with the rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Now here's Thomas. He has 7. To win the run. Nets keep it alive. From the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Thomas has got 10.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
Curry passes to Green. Butler surveying the floor. From the wing, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Graham?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
The Warriors lead by 14.
Third quarter.
Curry against Thomas from downtown. The rebound by Dimon. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left. Oh, wow.
Big finish right there. What a finish.
Wow.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And here's Thomas from the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
To the inside. Here's Claxton. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Al Horford.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Both free throws good for Claxton. The Warriors lead by 14. Screen by Horford. Curry passes to Horford. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And the Nets shooting pretty well at 45%. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And it's easy to see why Kuminga is so good in the open floor. He's got impressive speed. The officials were right on top of that one.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That free throw no good. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Martin comes in for Thomas. And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Curry against Martin. Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 5. Horford, a screen on Martin. And here's Curry for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top, up by 15. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. Gary Payton II is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Al Horford. Then there's Seth Curry.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Horford, a screen on Martin. Horford outside. Some solid defense from Martin.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. That's on Al Horford. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And another note, how about the way they've cashed in off turnovers, taking advantage when given the extra opportunity?
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team, and Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's man, defended by Pajemski. Pass to Porter, 20 feet out, and the Nets tack on 2 more.
The guard-like skills and a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
Green with a screen on Martin. Goes up at the elbow, and it comes off the front of the rim. Nets trail by 10. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And he drops the first. And Williams drops them both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Outside Curry. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Green with a screen on Martin. And it's Butler off the drive. Green for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside, Williams. Over Green. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Great defensive effort to lock down the paint.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range. But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Now Porter shoots 20 feet away and no problem.
The offensive versatility of Porter Jr. is impressive. Able to burn defenses in so many ways.
Curry. And that one falls for Curry. For Brooklyn, Cloudy, he's checked in for Williams. Cam Thomas comes in for Mann. Dimon comes in for Martin. Good on both.
A multiple-time champion and relentless competitor. Curry's drive to be an all-time great, well, he's pretty much there.
Thomas outside. Oh, he can't get the layup. The Warriors lead by 10. Here's Curry. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. No good. The Nets have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Thomas, left side. Oh, he can't hit it.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
And it's Butler off the drive. Off on the layup. For the Nets, this one not looking good. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. It's stolen by Curry. Now here's Podziemski, guarded closely. Porter with it. Now Podziemski defending. A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter. And so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Now Porter lets loose for 3. Thomas sinking the follow-up shot.
And one thing you can count on, Thomas will find creative ways to get his points.
Stephen Curry. Hook loose.
Even though he's undersized, he's making an impact on the glass. Looking fearless right now.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Here's Dimon. He's covered by Curry. Up top, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Oh, he cannot hit.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Now Curry. From downtown. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Yeah, at this point, you're almost shocked when Steph misses a 3, especially from the corner.
And so the Warriors take the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.